Hey, what's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got some huge news to talk about, and if you're a Dallas Cowboys fan, you're gonna want to stick around for this one. It's official, folks. Ezekiel Elliott is back with the Dallas Cowboys, and it's safe to say that this comeback is going to shake things up for the team in a big way. But what does Zeke's return really mean for the Cowboys in the long run? Will he be able to return to his dominant form? How does this impact the team's running back room, offense, and the overall season ahead? We're diving deep into all of that today, so grab your snacks, hit that like button, and let's get started. Let's first break down how this whole thing unfolded. Ezekiel Elliott's departure from the Cowboys back in 2023 took many fans by surprise. After a successful career in Dallas, including winning Offensive Rookie of the Year and leading the league in rushing touchdowns in his prime, it seemed like Zeke was a staple in the Cowboys' offense. But as the years went on, Zeke's production began to dip, and Dallas ultimately made the tough decision to part ways with their once iconic back. Now, fast forward to the 2025 NFL season. After spending a year with the New England Patriots, Zeke has made his return to the Cowboys, and the buzz around this move has been all over social media. So, what's the story behind this comeback, and why did the Cowboys decide to bring him back? Well, according to reports, the Cowboys were looking for more depth at running back and saw an opportunity to bring back a familiar face who could contribute to the team's success. Now, let's talk about why Zeke's return is such a big deal. First, let's look at the Dallas Cowboys running back situation. For the past couple of seasons, the Cowboys have relied heavily on Tony Pollard as their lead back. Pollard has proven himself as a dynamic and explosive runner, especially after Zeke's departure. But even with Pollard's emergence, there was always something missing from the Cowboys' backfield. Zeke brought a physicality, a toughness, and a proven track record that the team lacked, especially in short-yardage situations and goal line scenarios. And that's where Zeke comes in. At 29 years old, Zeke isn't the same player he was when he first entered the league, but he's still an incredibly valuable asset to this team. He's a veteran presence with the experience to perform in clutch moments. Let's be real here, the Cowboys have had some ups and downs in the postseason in recent years, and Zeke's leadership could help the team stay focused when it matters most. Another reason Zeke's return is so important is because of the familiarity he brings to the locker room. He's been through the highs and lows with this team, and his bond with the coaching staff and teammates is something that can't be replaced. We've seen the impact that veteran leadership can have on younger players, and Zeke's influence could help bring some stability to the squad, especially as they make a push for the playoffs. So, what kind of role can we expect Zeke to have in the Cowboys' offense? Well, here's the deal. Zeke's not going to come in and suddenly take over as the featured back again. That ship has sailed. Tony Pollard has proven he's more than capable of handling the starting role, and the Cowboys will likely continue to use him as the primary ball carrier. However, Zeke is going to bring something that Pollard doesn't: power and consistency in those short yardage and goal line situations. If we're being honest, Zeke was never known for breaking off long runs, but his ability to power through defenders and convert in critical situations is something that still makes him valuable. This season, we could see Zeke become the Cowboys' go-to option in third and short or red zone scenarios. His nose for the end zone could also make him a touchdown machine, especially in situations where you need a big back to pick up those tough, gritty yards. Furthermore, Zeke's return gives the Cowboys some much-needed depth at the position. We all know how important it is to have a solid running back rotation, especially in the NFL, where injuries are inevitable. Having a player like Zeke on the roster provides the team with that insurance policy. If Pollard goes down or needs a break, you've got a proven back to step in and contribute right away. Let's not forget the human element here. Zeke has always been a passionate player, and his energy and enthusiasm have been contagious in the locker room. Whether you love or hate him, there's no denying that Zeke is a character who brings a sense of excitement to the team. His return could reignite some of that energy that the Cowboys were missing last season. Another crucial aspect of Zeke's impact on the Cowboys' chemistry is his relationship with Dak Prescott. Over the years, Zeke and Dak have developed a strong on-field connection, and having Zeke back in the fold gives Dak a familiar face in the backfield. It's important to remember that a quarterback's relationship with his running back can go a long way, especially when it comes to offensive balance and keeping defenses guessing. With Zeke in the lineup, Dak will have a reliable back who can help take some of the pressure off him. Now, I know what you're thinking, okay, but Zeke spent the last season with the Patriots. What can we expect from him after that year away? Well, Zeke's time in New England was a bit of a mixed bag. On one hand, he did manage to stay relatively healthy and contribute to the Patriots' offense, but he was never quite able to recapture the same level of explosiveness and playmaking ability that we saw in his earlier years in Dallas. However, there were some positives to take away from his time with the Pats. Zeke's vision and ball security remained solid, and he still showed flashes of the power and toughness that made him one of the league's top backs in his prime. The real question is whether he can translate that into a full-time role in Dallas, and whether his body is able to hold up for an entire season. But if he can stay healthy and focused, there's no reason to believe that Zeke can't contribute to this Cowboys team in a meaningful way. Alright, Cowboys Nation, let's take a look at what the fans are saying. The reaction to Zeke's return has been pretty mixed, and honestly, that's to be expected. Some fans are excited to see Zeke back in the star, while others are a little more skeptical, questioning whether he still has what it takes to be a key contributor to the team. Personally, I think it's fair to be cautious, but at the same time, it's hard to ignore Zeke's body of work in Dallas. Over the years, Zeke has become a fan favorite in Dallas. His passion, his work ethic, and his commitment to the team made him an icon for the Cowboys. And let's not forget, this is a guy who helped carry the offense during some of the best seasons in recent memory. It's hard to argue with that kind of history. Ultimately, the biggest question is whether Zeke can still be effective in a reduced role. If he can embrace that role and stay healthy, he could be a valuable asset for this team as they make their playoff push. Fans are cautiously optimistic, and there's definitely a sense of excitement in the air. So, what does Zeke's return to the Cowboys really mean? It means more depth at running back, more experience in the locker room, and a chance to relive some of the glory days of Dallas football. Will Zeke return to his old form? Maybe not, but he doesn't have to. He just needs to find a role that works for him and the team, and if he can do that, we could see a much more balanced Cowboys offense moving forward. As always, we'll be here to keep you updated with all the latest news and analysis on Ezekiel Elliott's comeback and everything Cowboys related. So, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications so you don't miss a thing. What do you think, Cowboys Nation? Are you excited about Zeke's return, or do you think it's time to move on from the past? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. That's it for today's video, folks. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay tuned for more Cowboys content. Peace out.